Welcome to the top 10 most dangerous places on Earth, a survival guide for the intrepid traveler. Let's get started. First up, we venture into the fiery heart of East Africa, to the Danakil Depression, one of the hottest, driest, and lowest places on Earth. Situated in Ethiopia, this sweltering desert plunges 100 meters below sea level, a testament to the tectonic forces that constantly reshape our planet. Imagine a landscape sculpted by volcanoes, geysers erupting with scalding water, and air thick with the pungent aroma of sulfur. This is the Danakil Desert, where temperatures regularly soar above 50 degrees Celsius, pushing the limits of human endurance. Beneath the shimmering surface lie active volcanoes, their molten breath a constant reminder of the raw power that lies dormant beneath our feet. The Dalal hydrothermal fields, a kaleidoscope of vibrant colors, mask a deadly threat. These otherworldly pools shimmer with acidic brine and toxic gases, a deadly concoction for the unwary traveler. The Danakil Desert is a stark reminder that nature's beauty can often conceal deadly danger. Our next stop takes us to the southwestern coast of Africa, to a place where the roaring Atlantic Ocean collides with the desolate Namib Desert. This is the Skeleton Coast, a 500-kilometer stretch of coastline notorious for its unforgiving beauty and treacherous nature. Imagine towering sand dunes sculpted by relentless winds, crashing waves against a desolate shore, and the bleached bones of ships scattered along the beach. Over centuries, countless vessels have fallen victim to the Skeleton Coast's treacherous currents, dense fog, and unpredictable storms. Inland, the Namib Desert stretches as far as the eye can see, a sea of sand dunes and gravel plains baked by the relentless sun. Yet, despite its harsh conditions, the Skeleton Coast is teeming with life. Desert-adapted elephants roam the dunes, while seals bask on the beaches, their barks echoing across the desolate landscape. The Skeleton Coast is a place of stark beauty and unforgiving danger, a reminder that even in the most desolate corners of our planet, life finds a way. Our journey now takes us to the heart of the Mojave Desert in the United States, to a place with a name that sends shivers down the spine: Death Valley. This aptly named valley holds the record for the hottest temperature ever recorded on Earth, a staggering 134 degrees Fahrenheit, or 56.7 degrees Celsius. Imagine a sun-baked landscape of salt flats, canyons, and sand dunes stretching as far as the eye can see. The air shimmers with heat, and the ground feels hot enough to fry an egg. Despite its harsh conditions, Death Valley is home to a surprising array of life. Desert bighorn sheep navigate the steep canyons, while kangaroo rats have adapted to survive without ever taking a sip of water. If you're brave enough to venture into Death Valley, remember, heat stroke is a real danger. Death Valley is a stark reminder that even in the most developed countries, nature's power should never be underestimated. From the scorching heat of Death Valley, we journey to the opposite end of the temperature spectrum to Oymyakon, a remote village in Siberia, Russia. Known as the Pole of Cold, Oymyakon holds the record for the lowest temperature ever recorded in a permanently inhabited place, a bone-chilling minus 96.2 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 71.2 degrees Celsius. Imagine a world encased in ice and snow, where the air itself stings your skin, and even breathing can be a challenge. In Oymyakon, winter is not just a season, it's a way of life. The villagers, mostly reindeer herders and hunters, have adapted to the extreme cold over generations. They wear layers of fur and wool, heat their homes with wood-burning stoves, and rely on their hardy reindeer for transportation and sustenance. If you dare to venture into this frozen realm, remember, layering is key. Oymyakon is a stark reminder that nature's extremes demand respect and careful preparation. Our journey now takes us to East Africa, to a lake that seems to have been plucked straight out of a science fiction novel, Lake Natron in Tanzania. This eerie lake is known for its blood-red color and its ability to turn animals into stone. Imagine a shallow lake, its surface shimmering with an otherworldly red hue, the shores littered with calcified carcasses of birds and bats, frozen in time like macabre statues. The secret behind Lake Natron's petrifying properties lies in its extreme alkalinity. Fed by nearby hot springs, the lake's water has a pH level as high as 10.5, making it more caustic than ammonia. The high salt concentration and alkalinity create an environment where few predators can survive, making it a safe haven for the lesser flamingo. If you find yourself marveling at the eerie beauty of Lake Natron, remember, appearances can be deceiving. Lake Natron is a stark reminder that even in the most inhospitable environments, life finds a way to thrive. Our journey now takes us from natural wonders to the heart of human conflict, to Somalia, a country in the Horn of Africa, ravaged by decades of war, famine, and political instability. This is a land where survival goes beyond braving the elements. It's about navigating a complex web of human conflict and societal breakdown. For over 3 decades, Somalia has been embroiled in a brutal civil war, tearing the nation apart and leaving its people caught in the crossfire. The central government's authority is weak, and vast swaths of the country are controlled by rival warlords, Islamist insurgents, and criminal gangs. The relentless conflict has had a devastating impact on Somalia's people. Millions have been displaced from their homes, forced to flee to overcrowded refugee camps or seek refuge in neighboring countries. If you find yourself in Somalia, remember, vigilance is paramount. Somalia is a stark reminder that the most dangerous places on Earth are often those ravaged by human conflict and the breakdown of social order. Our journey through the world's most dangerous places continues in South Sudan, a young nation grappling with the devastating legacy of a long and brutal civil war. Born out of conflict, South Sudan's short history has been marred by violence, displacement, and a humanitarian crisis of staggering proportions. After gaining independence from Sudan in 2011, South Sudan was supposed to embark on a new era of peace and prosperity. However, those hopes were shattered just 2 years later when a power struggle within the government erupted into a full-blown civil war. The conflict has plunged South Sudan into a humanitarian catastrophe. Millions have been displaced from their homes, seeking refuge in overcrowded UN camps or fleeing to neighboring countries. If you find yourself in South Sudan, remember that caution is paramount. South Sudan is a poignant reminder that the path to peace and stability is often long and arduous, paved with the resilience of a nation determined to rebuild. Our journey through the world's most dangerous places takes us now to Syria, a nation ripped apart by a decade of relentless civil war. Once a cradle of civilization, Syria has become a tragic example of how quickly human conflict can shatter a nation. What began as peaceful protests in 2011 quickly spiraled into a brutal civil war, drawing in foreign powers. The human cost is almost unimaginable, with hundreds of thousands killed and millions displaced. Many have fled to overcrowded camps or embarked on perilous journeys to Europe. The conflict has decimated Syria's infrastructure, destroying hospitals, schools, and homes. Syria is a stark reminder that the human cost of war extends far beyond the battlefield. Our journey through the world's most dangerous places now takes us to Yemen, a country often referred to as the Forgotten War. For over a decade, Yemen has been ravaged by a brutal civil war, a complex conflict fueled by regional rivalries, political instability, and a humanitarian crisis of catastrophic proportions. The conflict in Yemen is often described as a proxy war, with regional powers backing opposing sides. The Houthi rebels, a Shia Muslim group from the north, control the capital, Sana'a, and much of the country's north. Opposing them is the internationally recognized government, backed by a Saudi-led coalition. The fighting has had a devastating impact on Yemen's civilian population. If you find yourself in Yemen, remember that safety is paramount. Yemen is a stark reminder that even in the 21st century, war continues to inflict unimaginable suffering on innocent civilians, often far from the world's gaze. Our final destination on this journey takes us to Afghanistan, a nation grappling with decades of conflict and a tumultuous transition of power. For over 4 decades, Afghanistan has faced conflict, starting with the Soviet-Afghan War, followed by a civil war, and then the US-led invasion in 2001. The recent withdrawal of US and NATO forces in 2021 has led to a new chapter. The Taliban's takeover has raised concerns about human rights and the potential resurgence of extremist groups. The humanitarian situation is dire, with millions facing food insecurity and a collapsing healthcare system. Afghanistan is a reminder that the journey from conflict to peace is long and arduous. As we conclude our journey through the top 10 most dangerous places on Earth, remember that exploration, while exhilarating, demands respect for the power of nature and the complexities of human conflict. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and keep exploring.